Hello, Miami. You're watching 305 Sports Now, your home podcast and channel for all things Miami sports related. I am Will.
I love the chase and the hunt, and I set the pace when I'm running. I always take what I want and I always give it 100. Don't need a bank, no I'm funded. Play the game like it's nothing. I'm always thankful for something. Don't take for granted, stay humble. Now wake up! It's time to look at the enemy. Look in the mirror if he is no friend to me.
Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to 305 Sports Now. Once again, I am your host, Will. And I've been wanting to do an episode on the Canes official visits that occurred on May 31st, but I wanted to cover the Florida Panthers and give them their due. And I also have been feeling a little bit under the weather as well. I've had a low-grade fever for the last couple of days, so I'm trying to recover. But I also want to give you guys some content because I really want to talk about what everyone likes to talk about in the summertime, and that is Canes recruiting. Canes recruiting tends to really heat up, and I mean really heat up over the summer, as we've seen in recent summers under Mark Cristobal's stewardship of this football team. Now, I will say this, though. I know I'm a little late because it was May 31st. I'm going to go over the May 31st guys as well. I will be doing another review of the official visits that are going to be this weekend, which includes guys like Luke Nickel as well and Elijah Griffin, the top defensive tackle in the country. I'm going to go over them, but I wanted to go over the guys that came over that last weekend. And it was a who's who of who's who, and a lot of guys that the Canes are targeting as well. And I'm going to go over every single name with the focus of the three individuals that you see in the thumbnails before you hit the tab to watch this program. All right, so let's start first with who officially visited this last Saturday, and that is offensive tackle Jaden Wilkerson, Canes commit, offensive tackle, verbal commit, of course, Takela Mew, running back Byron Louis, running back Shakai Mills-Knight, wide receiver Tyler Williams, tight end Brock Schott, who's a Canes commit, verbal commit, Canes commit, of course, Luca Gilbert, defensive end Hayden Lowe, defensive tackle Floyd Boucard, defensive end Javion Campbell, linebacker Ezekiel Marcelin, safety Eric Winters, cornerback Jabari Antoine, cornerback Aiden Anding, okay, athlete Andrew Purcell, and last but not least, defensive end Zion Grady. Okay, so it was a very nice collection of guys. Some guys that are committed to other schools, some guys are committed to the Canes, right, as well, and some that the Canes are truly trying to make a part of the program. All right, so I want to go first over and talk about Zion Grady. Zion Grady is from Enterprise High. He is teammates of Eric Winters and Andrew Purcell as well, so hopefully that could be a bit of a connection to bring Zion and everybody else, all right, over to commit to the Canes in 2025. But, oh, by the way, before I continue on, I also want to say that I will be doing possible Canes segments on these guys. I'm just going to break down these guys as far as their stats go and what I think, these official visits do for the program. And then I'll do a possible Canes segment with highlights on Huddle and also breakdowns of what I see on film pertaining to these young men. All right, so Zion Grady is a big dude, guys. He is an absolute big dude at 6'4", 235 pounds. Again, out of Enterprise, Alabama, Enterprise High. Mark Cristobal is killing it with the Alabama recruiting. Okay, we had Kevin Riley, who ended up decommitting and going to Alabama, but he was a Canes commit for a while. But then we have, of course, Bobby Pruitt, and we also have Cole McConaughey as well, that were from the state of Alabama. So Miami is hitting that state very, very hard. Zion Grady, defensive end, 6'4", 235 pounds. He is ranked nationally as the sixth best defensive end of the country, and he's Alabama's sixth best player in the state. For this past season, he racked up 11 sacks, 22 quarterback hits, and had one interception. Right. Another guy is the Canes are really targeting is three-star wide receiver out of Central Florida, Armwood High School, and that is Tyler Williams. Tyler Williams is a three-star wide receiver at 6'1", 195 pounds, but he has room to grow as well. A lot of schools are pretty high on this kid, okay? Not just Miami. I think Georgia is also trying to talk to this young man as well. I think Florida has an eye on this young man as well. He has a lot of potential. They like the potential they see in this young man as well. I know we're obsessed with the star system, but I do think based upon his height and potential and his size, he could be a pretty stout beast over at the University of Miami. So I really do hope they can close on this kid, aside from other guys that I also hope the Canes can close with, as far as guys like Cortez Mills. I do think that we have still in good shape to possibly flip Vernell Brown if Vernell Brown, not if Vernell Brown, if Ohio State shows some difficulty this season. I do think Vernell Brown will be up for grabs by midseason as far as commitment date goes. And of course, we have, Dallas Wilson and Jamie French, who the Canes are also targeting. But I like Tyler Williams. He is the 50th best receiver. Well, I'm really struggling here. 50th best receiver nationally and the 49th best player in the state. His stats are phenomenal, guys, by the way. And this is why he's attractive to the University of Miami amongst other schools as well. He's not just a guy that you could put, in the boundary at 6'1" and throw the ball up to him so he can make plays because of his height. He's also a guy that could also be very good in special teams. For the season, he caught 26 balls, 585 yards with 14 touchdowns, right? 14 touchdowns. He got into the end zone quite a bit, but not just in the offensive side of the ball, but also in special teams, as he had 3 punt returns for touchdowns, and he had 2 kickoff returns for touchdowns as well. Basically, 19 touchdowns for the season, 14 from the air, and 5 on special teams as well. Now, the one guy I want to talk about is quite interesting because you have out of Tennessee, you have Shakai Mills-Knight. Now, Shakai Mills-Knight is one of those guys that you wonder why he is the 3-star recruit. Feel free to comment to me in the comment section why he's a 3-star recruit, because he seems to have the intangibles that a 4-star running back would have. First things foremost, he's still a junior and he's massively big, okay? He's a massively big back and listed at 6'1", 217 pounds. He's probably going to end up at 225 if they want him to be that way by the time he's a senior in high school. By the time he finishes senior year, you might be looking at a kid that's 225 pounds of jack, all right? Just solid muscle, a total beast. Miami has a speedster this recruiting cycle with Gerard Pringle. They like to get a combination of a big back, bully ball, running back, that get you that tough yard, 3rd and 2, 4th and 1, and they like speedsters as well. They got it this last recruiting cycle, okay? They got this last recruiting cycle, and they want to do it again this recruiting cycle as well for 2025. I don't have any stats on him. I went on Max Preps, and the Max Preps website, as far as how his bio and stuff like that was put into play, was done very poorly. So if you have stats on this young man, I'd love to read them one day on the air when I do a possible Kane segment on him. But not only that, I also didn't see it on 247 Sports, which is where I got my information on this young man. But again, 6'1", 217 pounds. He's a good compliment to Gerard Pringle. Total beast, as we could honestly say about this kid. All right, so he's ranked nationally as the 37th best running back in the country and the 15th best player in the state of Tennessee. Why these OVs are very important. Miami's done a very good job of impressing these young men when they come over on campus with not just the academic side of things, but what they're doing in which the football facilities and also the love that they show, when these guys come in. Relationship building starts right when they walk through the door. They really feel it. A lot of these recruits, when they come into the University of Miami on these official visits, they feel the love from the coaching staff and the university as well. The reason why Mario does so well as far as recruiting and the way he's able to bring in these young men is because, let's face it, he knows how to make them feel special. He knows how to make them feel like family, all right, as well. I'll give you an example. When I was at the spring game, it was a good spring game. I had a good time. And when Mark Cristobal walked by Saquon Patterson's mom, I believe it was Saquon Patterson's mom, she's like, Coach Cristobal, you're going to say hi to me? And so on. And he's like, oh, I'm so sorry. Give her like a huge hug and a big, give her a huge hug and asked what she was doing and so on. He has a relationship, not just with the kids, but also with the parents. Parents, in many cases, like Coach Cristobal, because he shows a fatherly side, and not just Coach Cristobal, but also the coaching staff as well, especially the position coaches that are heavily in charge of recruiting these young men for their respective positions. They build a bond, all right? They build a relationship. Kevin Beard's really good at it as well. Matt Merritt is showing that he's good at it as well. Shannon Dawson is showing that he's really good at it as well. Jason Taylor is doing a good job amongst the other staff members, and Coach Cristobal is doing a good job at relationship building, not just with the kids, but also with the parents as well. So those are things that are very important, and it happens right when those kids get that phone call, that text, and when they walk into the campus of the University of Miami, they feel it, okay? So that's why these official visits are very important. Doesn't mean that they're going to commit right on the spot. Some do, some don't, but you have to also understand that these kids are highly sought after by other schools, and I don't blame them for wanting to take visits elsewhere, because it's a good chance for them to see other schools and also a good chance for them to see the country as well, as as we know it. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, that's it for me. I will be going on live. Yes, I'll be going on live this upcoming evening, right? This Thursday, of course, live 10 p.m. I'll be going on with the Finns Talk Sports Network crew and with Bobby, going on with Bobby, with Alex. I'll be going on with Rob Thirsty as well, as we'll be talking about Tua's contract and contracts in general, because Tyreek Hill now may want a little bit more money now. Justin Jefferson just got paid, all right, by the Minnesota Vikings. And we will be going over a little Panther hockey as well and seeing what the vibe is as far as South Florida fandom goes for the scene, which is pretty high, I will say. Ladies and gentlemen, if you like what you heard, please do not forget to like, share, and subscribe to 305 Sports Now. Once again, I am your host, Will. Stay safe. God bless you soon. Have a good one, guys. Bye-bye.